Hey collectors, Anthony from HNE here, and today we are going to check out Transformers Legacy Beast Wars Transmetal 2 Megatron. After fighting Optimus Primal and the Maximals for the entirety of their stay on Earth, Megatron finally attained his most powerful form. Merging his spark with the original Megatron and then falling into lava, he became a Transmetal 2 dragon. After recovering from a setback due to the betrayal of Transmetal Dinobot, Megatron was able to take over the planet Cybertron. And in front of you is Transformers Legacy Transmetal 2 Megatron. And he, of course, is a leader class, so he's a big boy. But oh my, I was right. I told people I bet he's built on the Tyrannosaurus mold, and he is, but heavily retooled. But I just want to show one thing. So this is Transmetal 2 Optimus. Of course, in his robot mode, he's taller, quite a bit taller than Megatron is, but in his monkey mode, I mean, they're about the same height. It is fantastic. But let's get him out of the way and move him over so we can take a quick look at the box. And it's the standard Legacy box. I mean, here's him in front, here's him at side, here's him in his transformations, and voila. So inside the box is a cardboard cutout, so a more eco-friendly one. This one had the paper ties in it, and of course the instructions with the don't hurt yourself papers, so you know, don't hurt yourself. So he is fantastic. Like the way they get everything to fit together in here. I mean, like if I lift up his arm, you can see kind of like how it's like the dragon arms are folded in and their nails end up with being the side here, which I cannot remember if that was part of the mold of the original figure, but look at that. This is the fire effect. It is fantastic. But we'll move that out of the way. The one thing I really do dig is his wings are fantastic. Like, wow. Now, weirdly, his chest for his dragon mode kind of just hangs down there with his tail, but I guess we've seen worse. He got like ratchets in his arms, which I guess he kind of needs because he got some weight on it, at least this one. But yeah, he is just fantastic. Look at the articulation on here. It's not as good as Skylynx's neck, but I mean he can bend it. He can turn it at each of the points, as you can see, because they're all on ball joints, and some are tighter than others. But we're not going to mess with that too much. And I'm going to put his wings away for a sec, just so they're out of the way while I do this. Now, the one thing I do notice is that if you're not careful, the wings will catch on each other. So you kind of want to pull them down like this, so they're kind of just out of the way. And just to give you a comparison on size to a normal, average, typical leader class figure, this is, of course, Grimlock. And I'll show Grimlock again in a moment when he is in his dragon mode. And before I get too far, his mouth obviously has the bit in there. So you can see that. So what is the same? Well, the bottom part. They fixed the problem that all the T-Rex had with how difficult this was to get apart. Now it's a lot easier. You see they kind of did a different set of points here. Instead of 2 long ones, they did 3 smaller ones, which really, really helpful here. So the other thing is we have to slowly take off his head here. Now mine doesn't necessarily lock in. I don't know if it's supposed to. There is this little bit here that goes into here, but I can't tell if it's like anything else is supposed to lock into. Like these pieces on the arm, I guess maybe. And it does a decent job of holding it all together. Like I can't pull it off when it's together, but it isn't really hardcore in there, you know. Anyway, fold these out of the way. Pull the chest forward, and we want to release these dragon arms, and I'm gonna turn them sideways, pull them out, so right there, so you see what we got going on here, because we're ended up folding this arm in, and then this arm becomes, of course, the top piece. And this arm, you see this bit here goes into this bit of the arm, and you just kind of clip it in there. How well I'm showing this. There we go. And then it folds in, and there is this other bit right here that goes into this piece here. There it is. How you know you have it in perfectly. That looks weird, don't it? So then there is this piece on here, and you want to move it out of the way. It's going to cover up the arm, which also folds like this. And you can probably guess what we're doing here is we're completing the cover here for the head. Oh, you know what? I forgot there are panels on here that need to come down. So pull out these side panels. So no wonder I couldn't get it to shift, right? There we go. Okay, then we want to close this up over the hand. Want to change it around. Make sure you can see what's going on here. So you see we covered all up there. And then we want to close this up. And then we want to put the panels back. And there are little clips on the arms here that will catch it if you do it right. Oh, come on. Kind of want to go, yeah, that's close enough. I don't know. Sometimes when I'm, there we go, on camera, they'll just get it right all the time. Anyway, you've done that. And then you see we have all of this here, which is just messed up. But I like the implementation of this, because if you remember the T-Rex's, his other arm kind of goes through there to make the tail. This, we're still, of course, getting a tail out of this, but we're kind of cramming Megatron's face into his own butt, which, hilarious. And his head actually slides back. See, there's a, let's see if I can show. It's sliding back. There we go. So you notice it slid back here, and you fold. So this, it actually lines up to a place up here. Trying to make sure it's this they peg in to there, and it kind of like fill in the chest and cover up that area. But in doing so, you're also forcing Megatron to do something along the lines of kissing his own butt. And this, it makes sense. And it, if you can get it in there. Here we go. See? Here we go. That is the most awkward placement of something probably ever. That is, wow, that seems so uncomfortable. Anyway, there's these slots here that go into the legs, and you have to make sure you get it perfectly, which might need a little bit of adjusting. And if you can get it, there we go. Because it also does nicely to line up the tail. There we go. I love it so much. Anyway, position arms. Fix the head. Bring out those pouty wings. Yes, I called the wings pouty. They're pouty wings. Look at that. That is fantastic. Look at him. Throw this back in that mouth. I mean, come on. That is spectacular. Now, oops, the thing popped off. There's like no ratchet in the leg, which is weird, but they come off so easily from this piece. At least my version does. But otherwise, I mean, he looks fantastic. Yes. And just look at that. Although, I mean, he got a little hand showing syndrome going on. I thought I had folded that down. Did it not stay down? Heck. Oh, it did. Okay, that's right. Because when I turned it sideways. Okay. So, he looks pretty nifty. The wings out. Look at that. Okay. So let's grab Gridlock again. So look at how much taller he is there. But then if we grab Primal again in his beast mode, it seems comparatively accurate. So I think it balances out nicely because he's about as tall over his beast mode than he is over his bot mode when he's in bot mode. So they comparatively made him fairly accurate. So I think that's actually a good thing to keep it in line with the original Beast Wars figures. And just when I thought I was out with the collection of Inferno, of course, they announced more Transmetals and Fusors. So, I'm going to be collecting Beast Wars for a while, aren't I? It's just the new Legacy series. I mean, it's great. There's the figures I've been wanting for ages, and I was willing to go, you know what? Inferno's over. I got Transmetal 2 Megatron, and I really didn't want to, but I needed a companion for Transmetal 2 Optimus Primal, so yeah, I guess it kind of works out, and I get to see characters I didn't think I'd ever have, so, you know, it's pretty good. But just look at it, it's so fantastic. With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this item. Did you get it, and how was your experience with it? Thanks for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe.